So there's this club, right? Super exclusive. Only 3 members ever. And guess what? 2 of the biggest names in tech, Apple and Microsoft, just waltzed right in. But the wild part is how they did it, because they're telling 2 totally different stories about the future of tech. Just look at that number, $4 trillion. It's so big, it barely feels real, you know? To give you an idea, that's more than the entire economy of a country like Germany. And that's now the price tag on both Apple and Microsoft. And yeah, this is a huge deal. It's not just another Tuesday on Wall Street. We're talking about a historic moment. Before this, only one other company had ever hit this level. This isn't just about a big number. It's a whole new tier of economic power. All right, so who are these titans? Let's peel back the curtain and meet the members of this ridiculously exclusive club. So the members of the club are NVIDIA, Microsoft, and Apple. Now, NVIDIA got here first, which is a story in itself. But what's really fascinating, what we're going to dig into today, is how Apple and Microsoft just joined the party. Because believe me, they took completely opposite roads to get to the exact same spot. Okay, let's start with Apple. Their journey to $4 trillion wasn't some slow and steady climb. No, this was a straight-up rocket launch. We are talking about mind-bending warp speed acceleration. Just check out this timeline. It took Apple decades to hit its first trillion. Okay, makes sense. But the second one? Just 2 years. The third? Another 2. You see the pattern? Each trillion-dollar jump is happening faster and faster. That kind of growth? Well, that doesn't happen by accident. So what's fueling this thing? It comes down to this: the iPhone. More specifically, the absolutely blockbuster launch of the iPhone 17 range, which is just shattering every sales record out there. This is Apple's signature move, right? It's their classic playbook: create one single, iconic piece of hardware that everybody wants. So much so that it can single-handedly slap another $1 trillion onto your company's value. Just wow. All right, now let's completely switch gears and talk about Microsoft, because their story could not be more different. If Apple's growth came from a piece of hardware you hold in your hand, Microsoft's came from pure intelligence floating in the cloud. Microsoft's whole strategy is built around AI. It's a masterclass, really. They own the massive cloud platform, Azure, that everyone, and I mean everyone, needs to run these powerful AI models from OpenAI. They provide the raw computing horsepower, and their super tight partnership with OpenAI has basically convinced investors that Microsoft holds all the keys to the entire AI kingdom. And that right there, that's the heart of the story. You've got 2 companies standing on the very same peak, but they took totally different trails to get there. Apple's engine, it's all about the consumer, putting a beautiful, powerful device right into millions of pockets. Microsoft's engine, it's about the enterprise, providing the foundational AI and crowd tools that power practically every other company out there. Okay, so the club has its new members. Apple and Microsoft are in, but who's next? Who's right there, knocking on the door, trying to get in? At a glance, it looks like a 2-horse race at the top, right? Microsoft and Apple, neck and neck. But if you look just a little bit further down the leaderboard, there's another giant that is not far behind at all. And that would be Alphabet, Google's parent company. Sitting at over $3 trillion, they're absolutely within striking distance. So this race to $4 trillion, oh, it's not over. It's just getting a brand new contender. So what does this all mean? When just a handful of companies are worth this much money, it changes everything. This isn't just a number on a stock ticker. This is about who gets to write the rules and define the future of technology for every single one of us. So where do we go from here? We have these 2 giants, powered by what seem like unstoppable forces, consumer hardware on one side and artificial intelligence on the other. What does the next chapter of this epic battle for market dominance even look like? Well, one thing's for sure, the $4 trillion club isn't some hypothetical idea anymore. It's real. The members are here. And now that they've reached this peak, a new, even higher mountain has just appeared on the horizon. The race to $5 trillion is officially on.